My name is Jochen Mayerle. I'm the solution owner of SAP Innovation Management. I would like to demonstrate along three key topics that are very relevant from my point of view for such a solution. Principle number one is transparency and ease of use. That means transparency for all the stakeholders among the innovation process to avoid the black hole experience. You submit something, you never get an answer. We want to avoid that with innovation management, clearly. And ease of use is an attractive, intuitive user interface and intuitive idea community that lower the entry barrier for the people that would like to participate. Principle number two, clearly, is effectiveness. It's not about efficiency that much, it's about effectiveness. It's about picking the right idea, finding the needle from the haystack. That's what we designed innovation management for. And when I said I designed, that means we have a bunch of evaluation methods incorporated, community votings, expert votings, metrics voting, what have you. And we also implemented, it's a clear customer feedback, a very flexible stage gate to allow companies to use one innovation platform and to break the innovation silence between product innovation, packaging innovation, and what have you in a company. So the stage gate is designed for iteration, and it's designed for iteration to avoid, to kill radical ideas, disruptive ideas early in the process. So that's what I mean with effectiveness. And the last principle, of course, is, at the end of the day, it's from SAP, it's integration. So it's not only about having a fuzzy front end and nice ideas and a community part, it's also about linking the early phase of innovation seamlessly with the product portfolio, seamlessly with development execution, down to market diffusion, down to the incoming revenue streams. That's what we have in mind when we talk about innovation. Idea, invention, innovation, market diffusion, revenue streams. It's an integrated approach that we have in mind. That's the three key principles that I would like to share with you. Okay, I'm changing my role now. I'm not longer Jochen Mayerle. I'm now Michael. And Michael is a person that is always creative and is inspired by all these wonderful people here in the room and want to submit a new idea to the SAP Innovation Management solution. We can see the mobile part of SAP Innovation Management. And Innovation Management consists out of a mobile part, that's the first part of the demonstration, an idea community, and a back office, which we call the innovation office. So in that mobile part, we can see, for instance, the current campaigns, and I can see, oh, there is something about sustainability going on, and I tap on the campaign, I get more insight, I can see the ideas that were assigned, and many things more. I can also get inspired by the ideas from others, just tapping on ideas, and now I can page down, see the other ideas, and there is one, and that's the idea collection of the service innovation at SAP. One of the ideas is the implementation service for SAP Innovation Management, and all ideas in the systems are represented by so-called idea cards with a title, with an image, with an execution status, with some voting mechanisms, 7 likes here, and I can just tap on the card on the mobile device. The card flips around, and I see a long text, who submitted the idea, a management summary, and other things more. And I just flip it back again, see the attachment, see the conversations on the idea, everything that is relevant on my mobile device. And that inspires me to create an own idea. That's what I'm going to do now. So I tap on Create Idea and said, I call it Reuse the energy, oh, thank you, in the room, because it's quite hot here, I can tell you. And why shouldn't we contribute to the sustainability campaign and just capture the positive energy in the room to heat the entire building? Okay, so and just to illustrate my idea, I take the idea card and I just tap on the idea card, and I know I use my smartphone, and you get an impression who is sitting here, and I take a picture, thank you very much, and I take the photo, and now I even beautified my idea card, and when I tap Save as Draft, I submit the draft to the idea community. It's not visible to all the other colleagues. It's just a draft, and I can follow up the next day in the office. So the next day in the office, I navigate to my innovation management application. And very important to understand that we can incorporate innovation management in your portal, in any Enterprise 2.0 application, SAP Jam, or any competition here. We have widgets prepared that you can hook in innovation in the daily working context of the people, which is very important. But however, I navigate to the application, and as you can see, we have a new idea in the system called Reuse the Energy in the Room. That's a test that I did yesterday evening, by the way. And I can just tap on the idea, and now I can enrich the idea. I can write more text, just go into the edit mode. I can assign that idea to a specific campaign. It's all about sustainability. And I said, well, more text, for instance, can add more attachments, everything that is relevant. And I said, well, I'm happy now with the idea. And I submit the idea to the idea community, and everybody can see this idea now. And as you see now, it's assigned to a campaign. When I click that campaign here, I navigate straight to the campaign landing page. Again, it's about sustainability, this little data set in the application. And here you get more details on what is it all about, what is a sustainable value chain. You can easily incorporate contents, movie, trailer, just to make this campaign attractive and get people submit their idea to this campaign. And you can even also explain why should people engage in innovation and how they benefit from it. That's a kind of a landing page, and it's very easy to configure it without any IT support, any SAP consultant. So I close the campaign for a second and drive down, and now I can see, well, there are already 11 ideas that were submitted to this campaign. And when I just look into them, again, it's the idea card, a title, a text. I can flip it around to see more information on the idea, or go to a more mature idea, see the text and everything I need to know. Again, it's all about transparency. It's about easy to use. So we have multiple ways to search, to sort, to filter, and even to use a tag cloud to go down to the individual idea. So if I click on sustainability, I can see that only 8 of these 11 ideas belong to the tag sustainability. And when I look into this one, this is a bit more mature. That's another idea from me, from Michael. I submitted this idea earlier, a couple of weeks ago. I think it was in July. And now I'm interested on the progress on this idea. What's happening? What is the community saying? And I see I had 3 votes, star voting, which is also part. You can configure that as like, thumb up, thumb down. It's part of the configuration. And I also want to understand what the experts are saying. And I get also an idea what the community is saying. So I can use that comment function to do, to break the innovation silence, to get people from other departments engaged on these ideas. Somebody from external, somebody from sales, somebody from product development in this example. Evaluation is the core. Again, it's about innovation effectiveness. It's one of the principles. And we invested heavily in the evaluation methods and evaluation flexibility. And that's how it could look like. Let's zoom out a little bit. We have that a matrix evaluation with the expected benefits and the inverted risk, the probability of success. And we can see the first expert, Kaylin Connor, she said, well, I like the idea, but I see a lot of risks. Why is this? Going down, going into the risk dimension, have a mouse over, see what is 0 points, what is 7 points, what is 10 points here. And I see I get only 1 of 5 points on the ability to execute. Why is this? I looked into the comment from the expert. Still, I'm in the idea community, and I see, well, we need a high-performance application to really calculate the carbon footprint on a product level. It's a mess of IT that we need here. Then we have another evaluation from Pepe. He's rather optimistic. Again, let me check. And I see that Pepe is saying, well, 5 of 5 points. And why is this? Well, we could use SAP HANA, and then we can calculate that carbon footprint. Just as an example, how you provide, again, that's the first principle, transparency to the people in the idea community and keep them engaged. That's the idea. Again, I'm changing personality again. I'm going into another role. I'm not longer Michael. I'm now Hans Klopfer. I'm the idea coach, idea manager, the person that works in the back office and drive the stage gate process. How does this look like? Going to the next part of the application. And you can see it's still nice, but it's completely different. That's a user interface that is clearly designed for efficiency. Now it's about launching a campaign, getting the incoming ideas, assigning it to coaches, follow up, and then avoid the black hole experience. Agree to service level agreements, follow up with people, follow up with ideas. And that's why we designed a completely other user interface. It's of course integrated with the front office, but it's designed for another group of person, and therefore it's different. And then when I enter into that as Hans Klopfer, I see, oh, well, there is a follow-up required. I missed the deadline on the 1st of July already, long time ago. But I don't care. I don't want to search too long, and I just type in something with product. That was the idea that I need to follow up. And again, with a very elegant search function with tagging, searching campaigns, searching ideas, searching users, searching groups, I get the carbon footprint by product. Just click on that and open the idea that we saw in the idea community already. Now we have much more details. All the campaign control elements, who voted, what group voted, how long is it active, internal comments, the community, the people behind, the people network. I can see how other people engage on my idea. So I'm Michael. Michael submitted the idea, and Hans helps him to develop the idea. We have a lot of evaluators that guide him, and we have also good comments from other people. However, the core here, again, it's about innovation effectiveness. It's how to deal with the evaluations. If you ask the experts, if you ask 10 experts, you get 12 opinions, right? And you need somehow a tool that helps you to manage all these incoming evaluation. That's what we incorporated in the Innovation Office. So as you can see, we have 2 evaluations here available. And if I just click on both of them, I can easily, with one click, calculate an average evaluation, for instance. So if I ask 10 experts and I get 10 different opinions, I said, I want to merge opinion 1, 3, 5, 11, 9. And said, well, what is the average? And then I can decide what to publish to the front office, what to publish to the idea owner. That's supported by the tool. It's very intuitive and it's very powerful. Integration, that's my third principle, is about the similar ideas that I could search in the system. That means, like in Amazon, I can say, well, if people that looked in this idea, the carbon footprint by product, were interested in this idea as well. So I can just do a text search, a text analysis, using the big data capabilities of SAP HANA and find all the similar ideas in the system. And I can reach out to the person that are behind these ideas. Integration, important point. We integrate SAP Innovation Management out of the box with SAP Portfolio Management and Product Development. SAP Portfolio and Product Development, right? And you can see that this idea is mature enough to link it to the development execution. And with one click, as a preview here, you can navigate from the idea to the development project and vice versa. Navigate from the development execution back to the underlying idea. And again, it's about idea, invention, and market diffusion. And we built the entire chain within SAP. The Expert Finder, it was mentioned already by some of the co-innovation customers, and actually it was you, Stefan, somehow triggered that invention at SAP. That was the iPad application that you shared with us and said, well, that's exactly the user phase that I would like to find the expert within my huge organization. And that's something that we implemented in SAP Innovation Management based on the data that we have in the system. So we do not need to maintain any skill profile, because nobody do that. We just take the data traces in the system to find people by their expertise. And I can show you how we do that. Just using the tags that we have in the system, like sustainability, so the ideas are tagged. And with this tag, I see the tag in the middle, and I see all the people that had ever contributed to the tag sustainability in that system. So far, it's only idea data. Of course, you can extend that to other data sources, to patents, to white papers, to whatever is available. And if I take another term, for instance, contradicting somehow sustainability, we take automotive here as well and said, well, who are the experts in both disciplines? So I arrange it a little bit and I see, well, oh, it's Michael again, the great guy that submitted a new idea recently. And I click on Michael and I can even see his expert score. And even more important, I do not trust my own system here. I want to see why he is an expert. And now I can refer back to his ideas, what he submitted as an author, as a commenter, as a co-author. So I can find the expert and I can understand why they are experts to dedicated topics within the application. I'm still Hans Klopfer, and before we go into the inbuilt reporting, which is already quite powerful to support the stage gate process, I would like to give you another example how we could link SAP applications together. In this case, I switch over to the SAP Lumira application, which is a BI reporting application where we pull data from the SAP Innovation Management, where we pull data from the portfolio and project management, where we pull data from CRM and ERP, right? And now we build that end-to-end visibility and the innovation pipeline of a company. Just an example, again, we are in the sustainability context here. And now I want to see what is the impact that I have as an innovation manager on the different brands of a company with regard to the corporate strategy and with regard to the market. And here it's just a number counting. I see altogether 26 ideas. Again, it's a demo data set that we use. We have 3 different campaigns. And we can see our 5 strategic sustainability goals of this company. It's demo data set is no specific company. And now we can see that we, for the strategic goals, improve health. We have already 10 ideas altogether. For the sustainable manufacturing, we have only 8, and now we see how we cover with our idea and innovation pipeline the corporate strategy, the search fields of our organization. But that's only number counting. The funny part starts now. Now we can also, of course, do a mapping between the different campaigns that we are running and the brands of our company, and a sustainability index that we calculate based on the expert evaluation of an idea. And this gives us a very nice heat map, and we can see, well, it seems there's a product called the BioMedLab, and we have a lot of good ideas from this campaign, and maybe we should trigger a marketing campaign or something because we are very strong in that area, and maybe we had to launch an additional campaigns to cover the other products as well. So we can see the brand, and we see the campaign, and we see the innovation pipeline and how they contribute to the brand, just as another example. One more example, we can also look and say from where do we get all the ideas? It is from inside, is it from our business partners, is it from our customers or consumers, and maintain the channel here. We have, that's a bit too complicated. An easier example here is this one. We can also, of course, map it down. And we have as a ratio the number of affected customer by a specific new product or service. And now we can break that down and say, well, we seems to affect a lot of France. Michel, this is to you. Some in India, but we are lagging behind in Eastern Europe. We are lagging behind in North America. And maybe we should trigger an additional campaign to get more ideas in that region. Or even beyond that, we can even see what campaign is how successful where. So if we zoom in a little bit, we see that the Sustainable Product Design Challenge is quite successful in the UK. while the Frenchies don't like it, for whatever reason. So the French people, they're looking into other campaigns, like this one, while UK is looking in that two campaign, and now we can, launch new innovation campaigns, look into our innovation pipeline, and further increase our coverage. Going to the next level and to the final level before I end my little speech here, of course, we can also break that down into dollars. I mean, as soon as we have an estimated revenue in a very early phase, we can see the entire innovation pipeline. Again, our 3 campaigns, we see the coverage. When I click on the sustainable value chain, I see that almost, that was the wrong one, the Sustainable Product Design Challenge, then I can see the dollar amount, $6 million, that come from that campaign. And I can even drill down in a specific idea and trace back to the idea and trace back to the person that submitted the idea, which is about reducing the salt level in products. Why ever this is worth $2 million, I don't know, but it's a way how you drill down from analytics to the individual idea and to the person behind the idea. Last but not least, and that's rather a preview that we are working on, and again, we invite you to support us here. That's kind of an innovation project and product reporting. Now we have 3 different informations. We have the development costs so far. We have kind of a pipeline, a forecast from CRM, and we have the sales figures from ERP, sales and distribution. Again, we can link them together and say, well, let's look into development project, the next generation packaging. And now I can see all ideas that are linked to that product development, like the carbon footprint, for instance. And when I click the carbon footprint, I can see, well, what is the contribution that we get revenue-wise from that dedicated idea with that product development project. And that's again, about integration coming from the idea to the invention to the innovation. Again, my 3 key points were, and your key takeaway is about transparency. Transparency is very important to improve employee engagement innovation. It's that simple. If they don't see what happens to their idea, they will not engage. What's in for me, and it needs to be transparent. The second point is with SAP Innovation Management, you can dramatically improve your innovation effectiveness, move away from having many ideas to having the right ideas. And point number 3, integration. With integration and the ability to link the fuzzy front end with development execution, we give you, as an innovation manager, more impact on the product portfolio and the product development. Thank you very much.